Guys, my name is Shubham, and in this session we are going to discuss IPMAT Indore 2019 exam paper, and we are about to discuss question 1 to question 20. First question is the sum of interior angles of a convex n-sided polygon is less than 2019. The maximum possible value of n is what? So sum is given which is lesser than 2019. We have to find out maximum possible value of n. So let us look at the solution. All of us know that sum of interior angles is n minus 2 multiplied by 180. We can have an example of a triangle. N minus 2 is 1 into 180, which is 180. So sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180. Similarly, n minus 2 multiplied by 180 should be lesser than 2019 as per the question. So it would be n minus 2 lesser than 11.21. I have divided 2019 by 180. So now n would be lesser than 13.21. So n should be 13. So answer for this question is 13. Next question is, suppose that a, b and c are real numbers greater than 1. Then the value of 1 upon 1 plus log a square b ca plus 1 upon 1 plus log b square c ab a upon b plus 1 upon 1 plus log c square a b by c. So now what I have to do is in this question is I will use this one and this one. So let us have a look on the solution. That this is the question statement. Now I have written log a square b in the base and log a square b here. I have written one like this here and like this here and like this here. So now all of us can see that a square b is the base here, a square b is the base here too. Now b square c is base in second part and here too. C square is base, c square a is the base. Now I can do is I can write it like this. All of us know that log m plus log n equals to log mn. I have done the same thing, log m plus n, log mn, log mn and log mn. So now similarly this can be done using the log property. So it should be like this. So value for this term is 3. Answer for this question would be 3. Third question is, a real valued function f satisfies the relation fx fy equals to f2xy plus 3 plus 3f x plus y minus 3 fy plus 6y for all real numbers x and y. Then the value of f8 is. Now what I will be doing is I will be putting x to be 0 1 and x to be 8 in second time. f0 into f8 I have put x to be 0 and y to be 8. In this case x to be 8, y to be 0. So when I put x to be 0, it is f3 plus thrice of f of 8 minus thrice of f of 8 plus 48. When I put x to be 8 and y to be 0, it is f of 3 plus 3 multiplied by f of 8. Solving both of these equations, I can find out that f of 8 is 16. So answer for this question is 16. So in this question what I have done is I have put x to be 0 once and in second time I have put x to be 8. Next question, let A, B, C be 3 4 cross 4 matrices such that determinant of A equals to 5, determinant of B is minus 3, determinant of C is 1 by 2. Then the determinant of twice of A, B to the power minus 1, that is inverse, C cube and B to the power T, that is transpose. So this should be the solution. All of us know that this is a property. Determinant of k a, where k is a constant value, k to the power n, and determinant of a. This is a property which we are using here. So determinant of this value should be 2 to the power 4, as 2 is the k, 4 is the order of the matrix. So 2 to the power 4 multiplied by determinant of a, 1 by b, c cube b. All of us know that in this case mod of b to the power t should be mod of b. So now putting the values, answer would be 10. It is a very easy question. You just have to understand the properties of matrices and determinants. Question is, If A is a 3 cross 3 non-zero matrix such that A square equals to 0, then determinant of 1 plus A to the power 50 minus 50A is equal to. So here all of us know that this can be written as 50C0 I to the power 50, 50C1 I to the power 49 into A. Now this term should consist of A square, right? And value of A square is given, which is 0. So all of the terms after this will be 0. Now I have written this, it is I to the power 50 would be I, this is I, plus 50 of A. Now 50C0 is 1, I to the power 50 is 1, so it is 1 plus 50A, because 50C1 is 50, I to the power 49 is 1 and A is A, so it is 50A minus 50A, so it should be 1. Answer for this question is 1. Next question, 3 friends divided some apples in the ratio 3:5:7 among themselves. After consuming 16 apples, they found that remaining numbers of apples with them was equal to largest number of apples received by one of them at the beginning. Total number of apples these friends initially had was. Very easy question. We can assume the number to be 3x, 5x and 7x. 3x, 5x, 7x. So as per the question, this should be the condition. Solving this equation we can get easily, like 8x should be 16. If 8x is 16, x would be 2. If x is 2, total number of apples would be 15x, which is 30. Answer for this question is 30. Next question. A shopkeeper reduces the price of a pen by 25%, as a result of which the sales quantity increased by 20%. If the revenue made by the shopkeeper decreases by x%, then x is. Very easy question. Now if I suppose the price to be 100, so 25% decrement would lead to 75%. Now 20% increment as per the question, so 20% of 75 would be 15, and if I add this 20% in 75, it would be 90. So loss would be 100 minus 90, which is 10. Answer for this question is 10. This question says, for all real values of x, 3x square minus 6x plus 12 divided by x square plus 2x plus 4 lies between 1 and k and does not take any value above k, then k equals. In this question we have to differentiate this term and then we have to equate it with 0. d by dx of this term equals to 0. Now solving it, because it is a u by v form, so we can easily differentiate it. 6x minus 6 and this term minus 3x square minus 6x plus 12 multiplied by 2x plus 2 equals to 0. So after solving it, we will be getting 24x square minus 12x square minus 48 equals to 0. So if I solve it further, I will be getting values of x, 2 and minus 2. If I put x equals to 2, it will give you plus 1. If I put it minus 2, it will give you 9. So value for k is 9. Answer for this question would be 9. It was a very easy question. We have to differentiate this term and put it equal to the 0. Maximum distance between the point minus 5, 0 and the point on the circle x square plus y square equals root 4 is. So in this question we have to understand that radius of this circle is 2 and center would be 0, 0. Now minus 5, 0 will have a maximum distance if I find out the distance between this point and center plus radius, because this would be the case if this is a circle and this is a point. So maximum distance from any point on the circle would be this. This is the center, so I have to find out this distance plus radius, because this is radius. Distance from center plus radius. Distance from center can be easily calculated using the formula. It is the distance from center plus radius is 2, as we can see. So it would be 5 plus 2 and answer would be 7. Very easy question. If x, y, z are positive real numbers such that x to the power 12 equals to y to the power 16 equals to z to the power 24 and three quantities 3 log y x, 3 log z y and log x z are in arithmetic progression, then the value of n is what? Now x to the power 12 equals to y to the power 16 equals to z to the power 24 as per the question. Now in this line we just have to understand that log x base y, it is log x base y, and similarly log y base z here, log z base x here. So if I solve this, x would be y to the power k, x to the power 12 is given to be y to the power 16. Now if I put x to the power 1, it would be y to the power 16 by 12. Now k can be 4 by 3 as per this equation. So if k is 4 by 3, log xy would be 4 by 3. Now log xy is 4 by 3, so thrice of log xy would be 4. Similarly, if I solve it for log y base z, it is 3 by 2, and if I solve it for log z base x, it is 1 by 2. Now putting the values here, 4 log yx is 6. So all of these terms should be in arithmetic progression as per the question. If it is 4, it is 6, it has to be 8. If n by 2 is given to be 8, then n would be 16. Answer for this question is 16. Next question is the number of pairs x comma y satisfying the equation sin x plus sin y equals to sin x plus y and mod x plus mod y equals to 1 is. So as per the question, we have to understand that if I put y equals to minus x, then this will satisfy this equation. Let us check. If I put y equals to minus x, the equation will be sin x plus sin minus x equals to sin 0, and sin x minus sin x would be 0. So this satisfies the condition. So now values would be, according to this equation, mod x plus mod minus x equals to 1. I can put any value of x like 1 by 2 or minus 1 by 2 here, and y would be minus 1 by 2 and plus 1 by 2. So we have two cases here. Now coming to the main equation again, if I put x to be 0 and y to be 1, this equation will be satisfied. Similarly, if I put x to be 0 and y to be minus 1, again this equation will be satisfied. So basically I have 6 pairs, 0 comma 1, 1 comma 0, 1 by 2 comma 1 minus 1 by 2, 0 comma minus 1, minus 1 comma 0, minus 1 by 2 comma plus 1 by 2. So answer for this question is 6. Okay, this question says that the circle x square plus y square minus 6x minus 10y plus k equals to 0 does not touch or intersect the coordinate axis if the point 1, 4 does not lie outside the circle, and the range of k is a, b in which b is included, then a plus b is what? Now I can break this equation very easily. X square minus 6x, if I add 9, it would be x minus 3 to the whole square, and y square minus 10y. If I add 25, it would be x minus 5 to the whole square. So yes, I have done the same which I have told you earlier. X square minus 6x plus 9 plus y square minus 10y plus 25, and I have to satisfy this equation by adding 9 plus 25 in right side as well. So now this equation becomes x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 5 whole square equals to 34 minus k. So distance between, that should be b. Distance between 1, 4 and 3, 5 is root 5. Easily we can calculate it by the formula. So r should be greater than root 5 as per the question, because the question says that the point 1, 4 does not lie outside the circle. That means it can lie on the circle or inside the circle. So r should be greater than equal to root 5. So r is under root 34 minus k, which should be greater than root 5. So we can see that k should be lesser than or equal to 29. Point number 1. Now also r should be lesser than 3 because it does not intersect or touch the coordinate axis. Root 34 minus k should be lesser than 3, 34 minus k should be lesser than 9, and k should be greater than 25 as per the question. So now this is a square bracket. So range for k is 25 to 29. So answer for this question is a plus b, which is 54. If I add 25 and 29, I'll get 54. Answer for this question is 5, 4, 54. A 3 cross 3 matrix is filled with plus ones and minus ones such that the sum of each row and column of the matrix is 1. Then the absolute value of its determinant is what? Okay, in this question it says that we have to fill this matrix by plus ones or minus ones, and sum of each row and column of the matrix should be 1. That means I have to take 2 plus 1s in one row or one column and 1 minus 1. So I have possible cases which are like this. So these are the possible values, or these are the possible matrices which I can form using the given conditions. So determinant for first matrix is 4 if I solve it. So we can convert remaining 5 matrices into the first matrix by performing row operations easily. If we perform even number of row operations, then the determinant of that matrix will be 4 itself, and if we perform odd number of row operations, then determinant of that matrix would be minus 4. So I have to find out the absolute value of determinant. So absolute value for determinant would be 4. Very easy question. You just have to understand this point, that in every row and every column there would be 2 plus 1s and single minus 1. Next question, let the set 2, 3, 4 up to 25 for each k belongs to p define qk equals to x belongs to p such that x is greater than k and k divides x. Then the number of elements inside p minus union of k equals to 2 to 25 qk is. So it's a very easy question, but it looks like a very tough question, right? So in this question we just have to understand a point which is qk. So let me explain it to you. Now qk equals to x belongs to p such that x is greater than k and k divides x. That means qk contains all the multiples of k in p which are greater than k. Easy to understand? Yes. Now union of k equals to 2 to 25, qk means q2 union q3 union q4 up to q5 25. Therefore q2 union q3 q4 union q5 will include every composite number in p, because we understand that if I include all the numbers which are there in qk and where k divides x, that means all the composite numbers will be there in q2 union q3 up to union q25. Therefore p minus union of k equals to 2 to 25 qk equals to p minus composite numbers in p. That means prime numbers in p. So now in this set prime numbers would be 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23. That means there are 9 prime numbers. So number of elements in this set is 9. Answer for this question is 9. Very easy question. You just have to understand what is qk and then you can easily solve it. Okay, next question, the number of whole metallic tiles that can be produced by melting and recasting a circular metallic plate if each of the tiles has a shape of right angled isosceles triangle and the circular plate has a radius equal in length to the longest side of the tile. Assume that the tiles and the plate are of uniform thickness and there is no loss of material in the melting and recasting process. So now very easy question, we just have to understand that longest side in isosceles right angle triangle would be this. If this is a, this has to be a isosceles triangle, this has to be root 2a. Very easy question, and this is the radius of the circular plate as per the question. This is the radius. So now area of right angled isosceles triangle is T equals to 1 by 2 into A into A. Now longest side is root 2A. Area of circle should be pi r square and r has to be root 2A as per the question. So I have put the value of r here. Now number of plates would be area of circle divided by area of triangle. So which is 4 by pi. If I divide this area of circle by area of triangle, I'll get 4 pi. 4 pi is 12.56. That means 12 is the number of plates. Where is the question? Answer for this question is 1 to 12. Next question, if mod x less than 100 and mod y less than 100, then number of integer solutions of x and y satisfying the equation 4x plus 7y equals to 3 is. Now this is the equation. I have to check for the first value which I get. Putting values, I got to know that if I put x to be 6, it would be 24. If it is 24, it would be minus 21. 7y would be minus 21. So y would be minus 3. And now I have to add 7 in this number to get the next possible values for this equation, and then 7 in this number, and I have to subtract 4 here and 4 here and so on up to 97 because it has to be lesser than 100. Similarly, for negative values of x, I would subtract 7 from this number and I would add 4 in this number. So it would be minus 1, minus 8 up to minus 99. So total values would be minus 99, minus 92 up to 97. So answer for this question is 29. Very easy question. You just have to find out the first possible value and you have to make the cases then. Next question. The average of 5 distinct integers is 110 and the smallest number among them is 100. The maximum possible value of the largest integer is. Very easy question. Okay, so as per the question, we have to find out maximum possible value of the largest integer. That means other possible values of integers should be minimum. Now sum of values is 110 into 5, which is 550. The smallest number is given to be 100. To maximize one number, other numbers has to be minimized. Now 100 plus 101 plus 102 plus 103 plus k. K is the maximum possible number which is asked in the question. So now solving this equation, I can easily solve it for k, and k would be 144. Answer for this question is 144. Next question is, assume that all positive integers are written down consecutively from left to right, as in 1 2 3 4 5 6 up to a certain number. The 6 3 8 9th digit is the sequence is what? So now very easy question, we just have to understand the concept, which is like this. See, from 1 to 9 I have 9 numbers, that means number of digits would be 9. From 10 to 99 I have 90 numbers, but all of them are 2 digits number, so it would be 180 digits. If I take 100 to 999, 900 numbers are there, number of digits would be 2700. So till now total digits are 2889, so remaining digits are 3500. Now all the numbers which are starting from 1000 would be 4 digits number, so remaining 4 digit numbers are 3500 divided by 5. That means 825 more 4 digits numbers are required. So 825th 4 digit number would be 1824. So last digit is 4. So answer for this question is 4. Very easy question. You just have to understand the concept of finding the number of digits. Pairs of integers whose sums are equal to their products. It's a very easy question. You can just directly write it. A multiplied by B should be equal to A plus B. So only there are two pairs possible, 0, 0 and 2, 2. Only two pairs are there which are like 0, 0 and 2, 2. So answer for this question is 2. Next question. You have been asked to select a positive integer n which is less than 1000 such that it is either a multiple of 4 or a multiple of 6 or an odd multiple of 9. Then the number of such numbers is what? So first of all, we have to find out all the multiple of 4 which are lesser than 1000. So last number which is divisible by 4 and lesser than 1000 is 996. So if I find out multiple of 4s, it would be 249. Similarly for 6, it would be 166. So multiple of 12, 996 divided by 12, it is 83. So I have to add these two numbers and then I have to subtract 83. because I have counted 83 numbers twice. So odd multiples of 9 should be 9, 27, 45 up to 999. So now I can take 9 common. It would be 135 up to 111. So total numbers would be 56. We can easily calculate them by using arithmetic progression. So required number would be 249 plus 166 minus 83 plus 56, which is 388. Answer for this question is 388. Thanks guys for watching this video and stay tuned for more videos.